Welcome to Lunar Learning Hub. We learn, we grow, we lead with data. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to use this automated hiring calculator that I've created in Excel. At the end of this tutorial, this is the dashboard that you are going to create. We have the graphs here. So I'm going to leave this dashboard in the description section so that you can download it. So this is the dashboard and the activities that was done during the recruitment process. So we have our recruiting cost, the onboarding cost, and the compensation package for the candidate as well. So we are going to use this formula. We are going to calculate for the total recruitment cost plus the onboarding, then the salary as well, times the number of hires that you've had during the year. This is the template. This is the template. So for the recruitment cost, it is going to entail from the moment that you initiated your job requisition through to when the offer was made. So any cost that you incurred, we've categorized them into three main sections, being that of the recruiting cost, which contains the job posting or advertisement if any cost was incurred. For here, the cost that we incurred for our job posting was 45 cents. If there was any job fair that you actually source your candidate from, of which you made any payment, check your top right corner. I have a full tutorial on how to calculate your source of hire. The recruiting cost is going to entail any job posting that you did, whether being advertisements, any job fairs, traveling expenses for recruiting staff, if there is any, lunch for recruiting staff, the employee, if there was any referral that you made, any employee made any referral, that payment was made. If you also made payment for any background checks, you need to insert your amounts. And the testing as well, you need to insert that amount. So let us insert the amounts, the expenses that we made. So as you are inputting the data, the dashboard automatically will start, giving you the pictorial view of your expenses. let us go ahead with the onboarding cost, which consists of if there was any laptop that was new laptop that was purchased for the employee, the also the workstation preparation. If there was any new workstation, the office setup as a whole, the total cost that you actually spend will also be part of the onboarding, software license, if there was any training course, if uniform were provided, medical examination. So here I'm going to input the expenses that we made. So you realize that as we are inputting the data, automatically we have our graphs being computed. You realize that the graph is being, you are seeing the graphical representation of the data. So with the recruiting cost, we have the total here. With the onboarding cost, we have the total. We are going to do that of same for the compensation. So the formulas have been locked in the data. So you just have to input the expenses that you incurred, the costs incurred during your recruitment into this data, and you are good to go. So this, you realize that the dashboard is automatically being generated for you. So we have our recruiting cost. We have it here being 3,505, which is the same as what the total that we have here. The onboarding cost, which is 9,000. Let us confirm. We have 9,000 here, 9,950 also here. Then the compensation and benefits, we have 18,000. We also have the total here. So in the year, assuming we have five employees that were being hired, we just have to insert our five and realize that the cost per hire is here. The total cost, hiring cost is also here as well. And you could see the cost per hire also here, which is the same as the total here. You have your dashboard automatically displaying the graphical representation of your data. Then the compensation and benefits, you also have it displayed here. The onboarding, we have it here. So if you would want to adjust the data, assuming that your recruitment costs, there was any additional expenses that you did, probably you reached out to a third party agent like a recruiting uh, consulting company, a recruiting agency. You can just put in here agency, the amount that you paid, maybe 2,000. So you realize that there has been an increase here. The 2,000 that we just added for agency, there has been an increase here to 5,000, which reflects in the dashboard as well. So if you should go to the recruiting course, you realize that the chart has been updated as well. The same thing applies to all the data here. So if there was any additional onboarding course, probably you bought new shoes for the staff. So let's take 150 cedis. Then transportation, the compensation. Let's say there was feeding allowance. So feeding 4,000. Realize that our figures has been updated and it automatically updates the dashboard as well, the graphs. So without of the agency is here, without of the feeding, you can realize that it's here. Then with the one that we just adjusted the onboarding course, let's say shoes. So each and every recruitment process varies based on the organization's strategy. This is a hiring cost calculator which will help you to ensure efficient allocation of resources during your recruitment. I hope this video helps you. See you in the next video on my new template that I'm going to design